Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's daily currency call, where we share our analysis and ideas for a specific currency for each day. So for today, we will be doing the Canadian dollar. And I do see some new first-timers here, so help me do this poll, just to let us know that if it's your first time here. Yeah, I just launched the poll. So just a disclaimer here, this webinar is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. We will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. So just a quick look at the poll. Yeah, we do have quite a few new first-timers here for this webinar. So to help me with the second poll, how did you get here? So while you are doing the second poll, just a quick introduction about us. So for LCMS traders, we teach people how to trade FX. And for Forex Briefcase, we have a managed account where we manage more than $10 million account on a daily basis. So today's speaker is Daniel. Daniel is the head coach of LCMS traders. He conducts weekly webinars for the Traders Club members, teaching them how to trade properly, teaching them new topics. And he's also a full-time trader here at Forex Briefcase. So to pay attention to what he has to share today with regards to the Canadian dollar. Yeah, so just a quick look at the poll again. Yeah, we do have quite a lot of you coming in here from the Telegram. So just want to take this opportunity to share what is the Traders Club about. So we do have this private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, signal, and coach you to be a better and a more profitable trader. So whether you are new, experienced part-time or full-time trading, this is definitely the place to be. Yeah, so if you have joined us from the Telegram, you will be receiving signals, something like, it looks like this. Yeah, so you are receiving these signals for free, but the question you might have is that you are told when to enter a trade, but you are not told where to exit, or why do we exit, and what's the strategy behind it. So at the LCMS Traders Club, what we do differently here is that we signal all this earlier than the Telegram, and at the same time, we tell you the strategy behind it. So these are the 5 steps. If you guys are currently attending the 4-day course, on the last day, you actually learn the actual 5 steps. So we tell you how we analyze the trade via the 5 steps. And not only that, we do give you when to exit, when to yeah, like for example, this trade. Give me a minute. Yeah, we do tell you, for TP1, suggest to secure your profits. So these are things that you don't get on the Telegram channel, but you do get here at the LCMS Traders Club. So why do we do this? So that in the long run, not only do you earn from the signals, but you also learn how to trade better. So instead of being given fish, you actually learn how to fish. So not only that, we do have a twice a week webinar, members only live Zoom session, where on Monday, you actually get to speak to Jin, weekly live call with Jin. So usually what we do here is we do an economic roundup of the last week to get you up to date for this week's trading. And then we do more signals coaching. And then Jin will usually do a group coaching, Q&A. And so this is the best time to pick Jin's brain on pretty much any trading related questions you might have. And we have a wide, we have a lot of features here, like for analysis, daily analysis, currency watch list, so tons and tons of other features that support you in your trading. And of course, the 4-day course, if you guys want to get onto the 4-day course immediately on the 4th day, you join this club and you can get to watch the video on the strategy already. So why do we do this? Is that we want to provide you with all the best information to shortcut your way to trading success. So to join this group, very simple, you just hop on to tradersclub.lcms.com.sg. I'll post this link up in the group later, in the chat later. Scroll all the way down. It's only $199 a year, less than $1 a day. So if you're facing any uncertainty or taking unnecessary risk on your trading, you need to join this club to get some guidance towards profit and coaching to improve on your confidence and strategy immediately. So with a community of senior traders, coaches, Jin himself, Daniel here, trading can be enjoyable and definitely profitable. So if you haven't already, hop on. Yeah, so with that, I'll pass the time now to Daniel.
As usual, let me unmute myself first. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, nice to see everybody here. Today it's a Friday, so it's really very nice, nice day of the week. We're gonna look at the Canadian dollar today. But before, let's look at the week. What's happening in the week? So let me share the Forex trading Asia. It's my habit, as well, to take a look at what happened previously. Looking at it, yesterday, Thursday, not much news coming in. Of course, we have the pound. Pound news came in. There was some strengthening of the pound coming in. US. Very interestingly, the US dollar, but there was the job claims, unemployment claims. It actually dropped. Surprisingly, dropped dramatically as to 712K compared to the forecast of 775K. That would lead to a slight increase in the US dollar strengthening, but overall US dollar continue to weaken. Now, what happens going to see today on a Friday? On a Friday, we had Aussie retail sales happening just 1.4 compared to forecast 1.6, but bear in mind it's still much better than the previous month of minus 1.1 as the Australian government start to really relax a little bit on the COVID. Okay, and what we'll be looking for 5:30 will be the construction PMI for the pound, forecast of 52, with a previous of 53, and more or less, I believe it's going to be stay quite flat. So I may not have too much of an impact because why? Because today is the U.S. non-farm payroll. So the U.S. non-farm payroll, you can see here, this is going to be really the impact for the whole day. All our traders will be waiting. Previously it was 638K. The economist was forecasting between 469 to 500. It's around that range here, and we could be expecting not a good number. There's a reasons behind it is that if you look at what happened on November, there were a lot of shutdowns happening. Virus was spreading at a record space. In fact, today, this morning, I was just looking at it, and the US is still being impacted by the COVID-19. Even though there was good news on the vaccine. However, there are reports that the vaccine production may not meet per expectation. So we have got to wait for the news. So the expectation would be that the non-farm payroll could be in line with expectations or slightly lower. It could be, so bear in mind. However, I would like to say that, right now is December. So right now there could be some holidays coming in, and a lot of market, it seems to be focusing on the vaccine, on the production, which company is coming out with which vaccine, how effective it is. It could overshadow this non-farm payroll results. So just bear in mind on that. Okay, and the other one I'll be interested in as well is the Canadian dollar, the employment change. Okay, the employment change here is going to be an employment rate. You see the employment change, you can see 83.6K, forecasted of 20K. I won't be surprised if there's some slight increase, although Canada is impacted by the COVID-19 quite badly. However, with the oil, seems to be some optimism in there. There could be some improvements from there. So just bear in mind is that, and unemployment rate change, I believe is going to be very close to 8.9%. So we just watch out for the employment change from Canadian. Okay, and then just before I go to the charts, let's look at what's happened. Today's Friday, so let's see what's going to happen next week. So next week is going to be a quite exciting week. There were two major news coming in. There are not major other news coming in, but two major news. Okay, we have the PMI from the Canadian dollar. coming in. But what I would like to highlight is, where is the thing? Okay, you have also the yen GDP announcement coming, but usually not so exciting for for the yen. If you those who attended the 4-day course from Jin, you will know why. And don't draw on the screen, guys. You're trying to highlight to me something, you can just let me know, okay? Or put on the chat. Jin will let me know as well. Okay, where is that? Where's that news? We have economic news coming. Interest rates. Okay, we have interest rates coming in. I do know that. Wait, give me a minute. Where is my economic news? I know we have Euro economic news and Bank of Canada economic news. Just give me a minute. I think it's Wednesdays, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Wednesdays. Yes, Bank of Canada rate statements and the interest rate decisions on a Wednesday. I won't be surprised if the Bank of Canada stays the same, because usually their interest rate, their policies have been quite aggressive, and they could be looking at an improvement because of oil prices improve the industry. So watch out for the rate statements. Look out for it. I believe when it comes closer, Jin or any of the coaches will put out something to let you know on what to do for this Bank of Canada rate statements. Okay, and another would be on the Thursday. Uh, Thursday, we have the European interest rate decision. Not going to be very interesting. It's going to be most likely hold at 0%. We'll all be waiting for the interview, on talking about their statements on whether or not, what the stimulus package it is. Europe, it tends to be very slow. They need to get approval. So we're going to discuss more about that. And there could be also with that, Brexit's going to overshadow a little bit as well on the news for coming this. So bear in mind on that. So this is the two news that will be very interesting next week. So let's do. So now let's go to the charts. Okay, let's go to the charts. Okay, chart. More people in there. And where is my charts? Okay, here are my charts. Okay, where's Canadian dollar? Okay, I see my Canadian dollar here. Okay, it's very interesting the whole week. Basically, US CAD has been on a downtrend. You can see really very nice on my trend line. It has been respecting my trend line, coming down, moving all the way down. And in fact, when it's this resistance, very strong support level here, has been never seen since 2018. It tried to break out and then retested back again and pushed yesterday and the day before. It has been pushing down really very, very nicely down. And why is that so? Two reasons. One is the sentiment of the US economy is not going to be very well. So there was a perceived weakness in the US dollar. And this is what you're seeing. And also, there were recent news about the OPEC as well. And if you've been reading the news that all OPEC or OPEC Plus with the Russian-led oil producers and others, they actually agreed that to increase next month in January, 500,000 barrels a day, output. That means the supply is going up. And what they are looking at is because they think that the impact on the pandemic is going to be over. There's a lot of good news of vaccines coming in, and there were all the Asia, ASEAN countries, economy seems to be recovering. And when recovering, what does that mean? That actually they boost the oil demand. Of course, it's not as high as it used to be because all air travels and a few others are not in place yet. But nevertheless, there is a boost in the economy. So that means the oil demand as well goes up. So they are betting on the oil demand, and that could be one of the reasons as well with the perceived US dollar weakness and the oil. They perceive of the oil demand coming in. You can see on the WTI. If I was monitoring the price has been steadily increasing. All right, the oil price has been steadily increasing. As you can, if you zoom out on the daily basis, we have been holding on very, very long on the $40, $41. And now it has, this week, it has been pushing up to all the way to $46 and with a possibility of reaching $50. So with that, I think most likely it will hold at $50 for now. So, and winter time is coming, gas and oil could be also be a demand here. It naturally translates to the US CAD of a strong Canadian dollar as well. Okay, so with the weakness of the US CAD, US dollar, and the strong of the CAD, US CAD, it has been on a downtrend very, very steadily down. In fact, I was just looking at the trade yesterday of a downtrend, a continuing pattern of a wedge, rising wedge coming in, it breaks out, and then you retrace back and it continues down. It was a very nice trend coming in. Now, moving forward, we have a consolidation again since once it pushed all the way down. I think it's just waiting for some news. Maybe we'll check whether the price has been whether it will continue to grow or really the demand is going to go up. I think it's going to hover around. Right now, it's consolidating. We will have to see because it's coming to a very nice support here of 1.28. This level, you can see it's not exactly middle, it's about 1.28, this round number here. We have to wait for and see the reaction. So I think for US Canada is pushed down quite well down already. Now let's wait for the reactions here. I think it will go down, and then we will see what kind of oil demand coming in and the price, where the demand going. If it breaks down below 1.28, right, I will be looking to do a very nice selling. Let me zoom out here on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Next support level. I don't think it will go very fast. In fact, let's be more accurate. I think it's going today, based on today's news, Canadian dollar, if the employment rate and is going to be good news, it could move down, but I think today will be quite muted. And with this strong support level, today with the news slowly moving in, I think it could be, if the news of the economy, the Canadian employment rate is actually going to be good, it will push down to quite close to a support of 1.28. With that, I think then it will hold there and not move anymore with the news. Okay, unless NFP news is really very bad and it breaks down, but I don't think so. It will be most likely will move a horizontal and consolidate around here. Okay, now what's going to happen? We'll have to wait for next week. We have bear in mind, if it's going to be the interest rate coming in and they are going to issue a statement like very bullish, I will be, and the oil prices demand, if oil prices going to be strengthened, continue to strengthen, monitor it as well, demand will be there, we could see a slow moving down all the way to a possible 1.26 26 level, or maybe let's be more conservative at a 1.267 region here, but we're very slow gradual down. But of course, if you do see have a very bad statement from next week on Wednesday interest rate, I would expect it, what could happen is it moved. And if they said, hey, no, the demand is not going very well, the oil exports to the US is not doing well, and so on and so forth, economic jobs are not there because of COVID, then we could see a slight retracement back upwards, right, before another retest down. Because fundamentally, right now, oil, with the oil increase in the oil demand, there could be possibility to support the Canadian dollar strengthening. Okay, that's from me for Canadian dollar. Really very nice deal. So with that, let me pass it back to Chidwei.
All right, thank you, Daniel. I think Andy has a question.
Okay.
Can you elaborate again on the USD weakness?
Okay, elaborate on the USD weakness. Okay, so basically, okay, wait, let me mute Jinwei first. Hearing echoes. Okay, Andy, basically for the past few weeks, there, the stimulus package wasn't really very strong. Nobody knows whether there was going to be a stimulus package to support the economy. There are a lot of expectations of when the high rate of the COVID-19 has been on the rise, and in fact, they may not even think it is a bottom. Since last week all the way to now, today, there was not major news, and all these cumulative of the impact on the business, overall it's just giving the market sentiment that the US dollar is going to be weak with no stimulus package. Other countries are coming stimulus package. US dollar, US is not doesn't seem to agree on the Republican and Democrats, and they don't agree on it. And of course, the COVID-19 coming in, causing a lot of the business not doing very well. States are still looking to shut down. Don't mind, I'm still reading about it, and like California, a few other states that's highly impacted, they are looking for a shutdown as well. This is overall going to impact the economy of the US dollar. That's why we are looking at the US dollar weakness. Yesterday, I did look at it as like, wow, the Republicans and the Democrats could come out, we could agree next week on a possible agreement on the stimulus package, but politics, you have to go and wait and see where finally whether they really finally agree and sign the bill. If not, the continuation of a US dollar could be happening still. Yeah, I see it here. Wei Yuan asks, why is forecasted unemployment for Canada so far from the previous? Well, let me see. Let me go into the chart. The Forex trading Asia here. Okay, let me move all the way back up. What does the number we are looking at? Your question was, let me see the question. Put up the chat. Give me a minute. Your question was, why is the forecasted unemployment? Okay, forecasted unemployment for Canada so far from the previous, right here. So unemployment, employment, because this is employment change. Wei Yuan. So this is employment change. How much is employed? How many people employed change moving forward? If you can turn on the click here, it tells you, it measures the change in the number of people employed, job creation, indicator of consumer spending. So this means that the change in employment will be about 20K. Employment, not unemployment. So which means that they don't think that it's going to be very good. They think that actually because of COVID-19, less people will be employed. Increase of employment will increase. Well, not so much. It used to be last month was like 83.6, and then now they expect 20K because of the impact. So the overall they don't think that's going to be very well. But if you take a look at the unemployment rate is holding whole at 8.9. So overall, I think it's going to be stable. It's just that, the economy is not going to do well. COVID-19, some things are shut down. Employment is not going to be very, very great. But as I said, let's look at the actual data. I won't be surprised if there will be a surprise in the employment change to be slightly higher and then this. So just bear in mind. So let's look out for it. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, I hope I answer your question. Okay, great. Jimmy.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I just launched a poll. Let us know what you think of this webinar. I'm going to paste a couple of links here in the chat. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel for the daily recordings, Telegram channel for the free signals, Traders Club if you're interested to get supported for your trading. And oh yeah, of course, the 4-day course. If you are not already in the 4-day course, look at my screen. Yeah, so this is totally free. We have already run the past 2 days. The recording is still in the group. If you join now, you still can watch the recording. So how do you join? Click on the link, scroll all the way down. So what will you learn? You will learn the 5 steps that I mentioned just now in the signals. Learn how to read the economic news, tell the trend, find reliable support resistance, use indicators, custom indicators built by Jin himself to find reliable entries, and then scroll all the way down, click here, join now, and you will get into the group. Just click on the, get into the group, and then we will approve your entry. Yeah, so if you're not already in to join this, we still have 2 more days next week. Don't miss it. Yeah, so with that, I'll end the call right now. See you guys on Monday for the Aussie and Kiwi analysis. Bye.